Thank you.
This is Doug Coulter inviting you 1125 Stanford Road in Danville. We service and repair all models, types of lawn equipment, pressure washers, generators. We're now servicing, repairing ATVs, side-by-side recreation vehicles, chainsaws, and trimmers. Give us a call, 859-209-2615, 209-2615. Let Coulter's DNC Small Engine Repair make your job easier. This is Doug Coulter inviting you to 1125 Stanford Road in Danville. Coulter's DNC Small Engine Repair, where service is always in season.
Enjoy the country classics on WHB.
Peace and distribute them to their employees. Lisa Taylor, NBC News Radio.
Team Kentucky has a new resource to help provide thousands of families with food assistance during the novel coronavirus pandemic. Here's Kentucky's Secretary of Health and Family Services, Eric Friedlander.
PEBT, that's Pandemic Electronic Benefits Transfer. It's really about providing food assistance to families who've lost access to free or reduced school meals during the coronavirus emergency. Kentucky families with
white here.
who normally receive free and
If
reduced
it's green,
meals receive
that means
financial
you're streaming
assistance
good.
to
If it turns
replace those
yellow,
meals.
that
Now,
means
who's eligible for this
yeah,
extra
and then you get red.
Any child that has been receiving free and reduced meals is eligible for this program. And even if you are just attending a school that receives all free and reduced meals, you are eligible.
How can someone get enrolled for this program?
Starting June 1, go to our Benefind website, benefind.ky.gov, or you can call 855-306-8959.
Get signed up quickly today at benefind.ky.gov.
The Minneapolis City Council is setting the path to come up with a newly designed model for community safety. Council members voted unanimously yesterday to create a citizens group to study and come up with the new model. The planning and analysis will take place over the course of a year's time, and the plan includes community discussion, healing, and reconciliation. The move comes after the police killing of George Floyd last month in Minneapolis triggered nationwide protests and calls to abolish the police department. Under a new health order, Orange County, California residents are no longer required to wear face masks outdoors, even though the country just logged its deadliest week since the coronavirus pandemic began. The OC Healthcare Agency confirmed 8 more fatalities Friday, bringing the death toll there to 210. 36 people in Orange County have died by COVID-19 between last Saturday and yesterday. Public health authorities also reported 167 new cases Friday, pushing the total number of cases there up to 8,153. U.S. Secretary of Agriculture Sonny Perdue is unveiling a plan for modernizing the Forest Service. Jim Forbes has more.
In a memo sent to Forest Service Chief Vicki Christensen, Perdue gave 4 phases of the plan, including increasing the productivity of national forests and grasslands. Perdue added the agency needs a more modern and simple approach to better serve consumers. He says while he's proud of what's been accomplished so far, he believes more can be done. Jim Forbes, NBC News Radio.
British Airways, Ryanair, and EasyJet are teaming up to sue the United Kingdom for a quarantine policy they say is too stringent. The policy requires travelers to quarantine for 14 days on arrival or face fines up to $1,200. But the airlines say it's curbing potential business. The airlines requested a judicial review Friday as daily reported cases of the coronavirus in the UK have been on the decline. Lisa Taylor and
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. After just over 6 months on the job, Danville has terminated the contract with City Manager David Milliron. The Danville City Commission met yesterday in a special called meeting and voted unanimously to terminate Milliron's contract. Milliron was hired in December of 2019, taking the role of City Manager in Danville after serving in that same role in Hogansville, Georgia. He was selected after a nationwide search using the Slavin Management Consultant search firm, a firm the City Commission hired to find the replacement of previous City Manager Ron Scott. Because the contract was terminated within the first 2 years, the search firm will now provide another search for Danville without any additional expense to the city. Department heads within the city of Danville will now meet with City Attorney Stephen Dexter on Monday in order to make plans to move forward with the next search. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
Here's the update on Dr. Jennifer Nichols' dentistry office.
Have to do things a little differently, but we will be open, seeing patients, can't sit in the waiting room. What we're
had patients do is when they arrive in the parking lot to give us a call, take their temperature, and obviously ask them if they've had any symptoms of the virus or if they've had the virus. Obviously, that requires a whole new set of precautions. We obviously have to wear more protective equipment. 859-734-5111. 756 North College Street, 734-5111.
Do you have a job? Do you have $199? Do you want a new car? Yes! Then get to Cartown Kia's Construction Reduction Liquidation Sale now! We're running out of space, so we'll do just about anything to put you in a new Kia with no payments for 120 days! Get discounts up to $7,000! Plus, when we make a deal, we'll pay off your trade no matter how much you owe! Imagine driving home in a new Kia and making no payments for 120 days! With a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty! Looking for pre-owned? We have over 300 used to choose from, and just $88 down delivered. All makes, all models, your choice. $88 down delivered. So get to Cartown Kia in Nicholasville now and buy any new Kia on the lot with no payments for 120 days. Get discounts up to $7,000. Plus, when we make a deal, we'll pay off your trade no matter how much you owe. Or visit CartownKiaUSA.com for safe, secure buying. Cartown Kia, still the fun place to buy a car for the last 17 years and moving forward.
All offers exclusive on select models with 700 plus beacon and approved credit.
The Mercer County Public Library invites you to explore their website. Enjoy ebooks, audiobooks, and magazines from their digital collections. Check out all there is to read at the Mercer County Public Library website at mcplib.info. Your Mercer County Public Library also offers online test preparation help and advice that covers ACT, SAT, ASVAB, GED, or GRE. You can get tax forms online from the Mercer Library. There's so much you can do, and you can do it all online. mcplib.info. Your Mercer County Public Library is here to help.
The WHBN weather forecast is brought to you by Big Deals Online Store. Shop and save on gift certificates to local businesses at big discounts. Save 20 to 30 to 50% every day at hometownlive.net.
Sunny with a high of 81 this afternoon, mostly clear tonight, low 54. Sunny tomorrow, high 76, mostly clear Sunday night, low 52. Sunny on Monday, high 78, partly cloudy Monday night, low 56. Chance of showers and thunder showers on Tuesday, but mostly sunny.
Good morning. Welcome to Gardening with James. If you have a question for James, call him at 734-4321 or email James at spreadingcompost@gmail.com. Now, let's go in the garden with James.
Okay, here we go on another great Saturday morning. Like Jason said, it's going to be nice out there today. Get out there and enjoy yourself. Matter of fact, the last couple of days, the temperature at night has really gotten down pretty good. You walk out in the morning, you almost feel like you need a long sleeve shirt on. But that was, like I said, that's a good thing because we're going to get through kind of breaks every now and then during the spring and the summer. And we have to take advantage of that because the rest of those days is going to be hot and dry, because as you've noticed, there has been very little rain going on in our area anyway. It's rained down in Perryville, it's rained down in Forkland, it's rained on the outskirts of town, but Danville and Mercer and Boyle, and it's been pretty dry around here. So that just means that you have to get out and water more, water your plants because they need water, they need sunshine, they need good soil, and if you don't water, like say your plants will. They'll have a tendency to kind of start leaning or drooping, and that's not what you want. We want to make sure that your flowers and your bushes and your shrubs and everybody's happy, your tomatoes are happy. This morning, I want to talk a little bit about the wasting of food, and a lot of that happens, because people complain because they say it's not enough food, but actually there is plenty of food, but a lot of people waste it on a regular basis. Grocery stores, those food chains, because when I worked for the recycle center, I'd ride with some of the guys to go out and pick up the recycles, and they would have a different dumpster there to pick up all the different things, and one of those was a food waste and it was just terrible. I mean, because you could see eggs, you could see cabbages and vegetables and all kinds of different things inside that dumpster there because it didn't look good anymore. It may have some spots on it, or the eggs might have been a couple of days past due, or something like that. So they're saying that, you know, if everybody found a way to, instead of throwing it away, and you say you start a compost pile, at least you could, what we call growing dirt. You know, if you throw those, you know, those food scraps into a pile along with some leaves and some grass clippings or some hay or straw or whatever, that food could turn into soil that you can now use on your plants. You could use it as starter plants. You could use it for almost any kind of thing, but it's really important that we pay attention to how much food we throw away. If it's spoiled, that's a different story. You go ahead and you get rid of it because it's either past date or something wasn't right in the refrigerator or whatever the case was. But we want to make sure that, you know, if you have extra food, that you find some place to donate it. Donate it to those people who are standing in those long lines, waiting for help from food banks and different things like that. Because food waste is a massive problem that threatens, you know, our climate, our air, water, and soil. Ability to grow enough food to feed our communities. When all you had to do is pick up the phone, Google someplace that will accept your food, and there's places out there. Call the nearest food bank, because we want to make sure that everybody's fed, because 1 in 5 kids are during the summer when there's no school, as in right now. A lot of those kids, they only get maybe 1 meal a day. They only get, you know, either breakfast or maybe a little bit for dinner. So a lot of them go to bed hungry. Our seniors are the same way. They're not getting enough. They're not getting enough food, and you know, and a lot of people, you know, they have pride, you know, and they don't want to have to go to a food shelter to get food when they should be able to just have their own food. But a lot of times, with the way medicine prices are, they've got a choice between buying the medicine or buying their food. Our medical system is out of whack, and we need to make sure that our seniors shouldn't have to do that. So try to help out any way that you can. Volunteers are great people. A volunteer is not someone who's got plenty of time or plenty of money. A volunteer is somebody who enjoys what they do, and they want to make